This is a demonstration of the Memory Atlas application for OMI. I'm going to start with a capture of the video from the phone, and then we'll show what it looks like on the other side. All right, I'm going to show how this application works. Um, so right now, there is an application, but it doesn't seem to work here. So instead, for now, I've gone in and set developer mode with the same URL that I put in the other place, but here it works and there it doesn't work. So it is set up and we're going to talk. So this is for speaking out inventories of things. Right now I'm going to do it on a bookshelf here, a bunch of kids' books, so you can see them. So the way we'll go is we'll say start catalog. All right, and I got a little notification that we're starting the catalog. And now give a little context. So I say we're in the living room at the white bookshelves on the right side and the bottom bookshelf. So now I'm going to look through a few of these. There's a book, several books. In My Heart, a book of feelings. There Was No Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. This is a big board book of a song. I Can Fly. Junior Encyclopedia of Animated Characters. My First Busy Home. These are old ones. Who Says Girls Can't Be Computer Programmers? And if I was doing this, I would go through all of these. You can also say little things like I Know Numbers by Taro Gomi. It's this cute Japanese author. So then I will say finish catalog. Should get another notification. End catalog. I think there's a limit on how often it can notify, so it's possible that it can't do a second notification, but on the back end it might have. So now we're going to do a quick pairing here. So hello 9805. All right, hello 9805. You're now verified. Okay, that one came through, and now we have some of the stuff. I'll show some of the other stuff elsewhere, but for now, that's kind of the setup for the phone. Okay, so that showed how you get the data in here. And I'm going to pair it again. Let's see. Hello 5041. This is a different device. I have to do it again. Now, there is a problem where I did not actually get this to work correctly. The backend processing. So right now I'm going to try to do this. All right, it's not a proper demo if you don't fix a bug on the fly. In that case, it was a database constraint error. So here, this is just saying that it would run in the background, goes through the LLM, and does work here. Now, if we load this, we'll see the 7 items that were generated. So these are the books, and you can see it knows they all happened in the living room, on the white bookshelves, on the right side, on the bottom bookshelf. So, if you spend a bit of time, you can get a few hundred items here. But here, the idea is that once you have this, you have a list of things, but you want to be able to do things with them. And so here, there's a chat interface to kind of work with these. And it can do both modification and categorization and some other things. Honestly, there's not kind of interesting enough stuff here uh, to show examples. So I'm going to inject a few more transcripts. Okay, so I went in here and inserted some transcripts that I'd taken earlier of some other examples of this. So this is like piles of black stuff here. Um, so if you look in this, maybe there's some changes I'd want to do. Um, so some of the idea here is to do cleanup. Um, so here you're talking with ChatGPT, and here it's proposed a change. Um, so the pile on the ground instead of pile of stuff, and I can apply them. There we go. You can ask questions, kind of. What's the fanciest sounding puzzle? So typically you're going to get a large thing here. When you actually ask a question, it asks it with the things that are on the screen at the moment. But it can also do queries, and I'm going to be extending this to do kind of more stuff. But I can do updates and add properties. The properties are a little bit quirky, but because I haven't like described it properly to the LLM, so you can't talk about it in normal language and it doesn't display that well. But add a category to every item using category. And if I want to, actually, I'm going to take that and say, what would be some good categories? So, instead of just doing things like you would with a normal like spreadsheet or something, you can have this kind of interaction and go through it. Let's just do the top all categories, and then I'll tell it to do that. And it should propose some changes. Now, in this case, it doesn't know yet how to go through everything, so it's probably going to go through the things that it sees on the screen. But you can see it adds a bunch of categories to a bunch of these items. You can kind of see which items is which if you want to look through these. We save the transcript, so really we have both this transcript and it also saves the full transcript that happened before. So if there's also some like problems in the voice recognition or things that are like consistently misunderstood, you could potentially be giving it corrections and then have it redo the whole extraction at the same time. Um, so so yeah, it doesn't show the categories right now, but it'll apply them. Um, and the last part is going to be question answering, which I'm not sure how to add to this, but you're just gonna have to believe me. I am going to ask like a similar question, say like, uh, question Atlas, where can I find puzzles? Finished. Now I had to do that finished because it doesn't really have like endpoint detection. And here it says, could you specify what kind of puzzles you're looking for? Uh, but it did it a couple times. I don't know why it answered. Oh, it answered a bunch of times. First, it answered, could you specify the type of puzzles you're looking for, such as jigsaw, crossword, any particular theme or brand? Additionally, if you have a specific location in mind or have unique puzzles available in a certain place, please let you know. And then it says you can find puzzles in the living room on the black shelves in the pile on the ground. And then it keeps doing that like 8 times over. I don't know what's happening, but it's gone crazy. I don't even know how it can answer notifications more than one time, except I do because each time I say something, uh, it does not clear the logs, and that's what I'm going to have to fix right now. But yeah, so you can ask questions. In this case, what it probably did, I'd have to check, and maybe I'll even check briefly here. Um, if you look at Langsmith um, and look at some of these queries, what it probably did is, let's see what the response was. Puzzles located on the living room, but here we see there was a tool, and let's see. Okay, it happened over and over, but here we see that there's a response, which gives some things, and the tool call said, okay, look for any items that have the name puzzle in them, and then it returned this result here.
which, doesn't look great, but the thing is pretty good at dealing with it. I should probably get rid of some of these details because it does not actually, a lot of these things are not interesting to it, but I will trim that down. And these details then are what let it give that actual answer there. And that is it.